Hello guys, in this video I'm going to explain you what it means to bulk. What is a bulking? Bulking to gain muscle mass. Because most of people don't understand, what the bulk is and why is bulking necessary. So bulking is you are gaining body weight. You are eating a surplus of calories, so you are gaining body weight. Now, people who are beginners to the lifting sports, to whether it's bodybuilding, CrossFit, powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting, whatever. When you start to train, you are going to gain muscle mass rather quickly. You're going to double the weight you are lifting or triple the weight you are lifting, and you're going to progress very quickly because you are very far away from your potential, your body, your muscle potential, your strength potential. And that's like in running. If you are sedentary and you start to jog, run every day, every other day, very quickly you are going to double the mileage, that the kilometers that you can run. You will double maybe the speed at which you can run some distance, and but after this is going to become very difficult to advance. So the same phenomenon it happens when you're building muscle. So at the beginning, you do not have that much muscle. Any moderate stress on the muscle is going to produce the hypertrophic effect. And also, the thing is, even if you don't pay attention to the diet, you are going to automatically eat enough. Then you're going to plateau with your training, and then you are at some, you're now at a medium level of your development as a strength athlete, as a bodybuilder. So to get to the advanced level, you will need to do some bulking and cutting. This is inevitable. So, the bulking is basically, you're at the level when it's very hard to add muscle mass, any additional muscle mass. It's very hard. The body just doesn't want to get to the extreme levels of muscle, what it perceives to be extreme levels of muscle, because as we evolved to survive in the scarcity of food, it was very important that the body is economical, that it doesn't require much energy to survive. And in the muscle mass is expense to maintain the muscle, and then you have a lot of muscle, you can produce a lot of force output, which is going to spend a great amount of calories, and then to recover from this power output you will expend even more calories. So the body doesn't want to add any muscle that it's not needed. If you get sick and you're in hospital lying for a few months, you're going to atrophy, because the body is getting rid of everything that's not now at this moment necessary for survival. As you are not forced to expend a lot of muscular force to move around, your body will not hold on to that muscle. It's going to atrophy it. So anyway, back to the topic. So the body doesn't want to add any more muscle, and it is going to require one extreme effort to acquire any more muscle. And if you don't believe that, there's evidence all over the world. You go to any gym in the world, most of the people there, like over 90% of people who train regularly there, they're the same. They have the same amount of muscle mass. It kind of fluctuates, the people, there's some periods when they don't come so regularly in the gym, they're not so motivated. Then they come period when they come back and with motivation they train some more, and so it's like this. But usually like this baseline, they're the same. They have the same amount of muscle mass and strength as they had like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. In 5 years they're going to be the same. So they're not going to change. These people are training and training, but they're just repeating this training and they're just maintaining same shit. They go to some level where they are like a bit more muscular than average people, and they're a bit leaner, and maybe they get accustomed to some better diet than before they started their fitness journey, gym bodybuilding journey. And they get to that level, and then to go to the next level is going to take exponentially more effort, and they're not willing to do that, or they don't understand that it's required, so they just stay at the same level. Now, let's say these people would like to put some more muscle. It will require two things: progressive overload, which means like extreme effort with the weights, extreme training, so your body is forced to survive, to put some more muscle mass. But also the body, this is functions like stick and a carrot. It's like a donkey. You have a donkey that has to pull the carriage, so you have a big stick with a carrot. So the carrot is in front of the donkey. Donkey wants to eat the carrot. He pulls the carriage, and when he's kind of stops and it's so tired, he is not motivated by the carrot in front of him, then he get hit with a stick. So the carrot is in front of him and the stick behind. So the same concept is in the bulking. You have calorie surplus. Your body, weeks and months on end, you are eating a surplus of calories. There's a lot of materials coming there, and the body said, okay, maybe we shouldn't hold on so much to that survival mechanism to not to create any more muscle. That's energy expenditure, because we have a lot of materials coming in. So the body says, okay, well, we are allowing some more muscle to be built. And on the other hand is the stick. It's like, oh, you are training hard, you are overloading your muscle, so like the body says we have to build some more muscle. And so the results of that is you're gaining muscle mass. And what does it mean to gain muscle mass? Well, the muscle mass, it's the muscle, all skeletal muscle mass is built of fibers. So the fibers get thicker, and when they get thicker, they're heavy. So its muscle mass increases, and the volume and the weight of the muscles, all the individual muscles increases. But for every kilo or pound of muscle mass that you gain, you're going to more or less, you're going to gain another kilo or pound, so 1-to-1 ratio of lean body mass. So basically it's like if you have like 35 kilo of muscle mass, you probably have like 35 or 37 kilos of lean body mass, and then the rest is fat. So when you combine all that together, you get your body weight. So your lean body mass. That means like your skeleton, your bones get denser and heavier because you're under the weight, you are lifting heavy weights. Your tendons and ligaments get thicker. So it's not only increase of muscle mass, but also the tendons and the ligaments get thicker and stronger. The bone mass increases. You're eating more foods. That means your liver, your kidneys, your intestines, they also increase. As you get bigger, amount of your skin increases. Amount of blood in your body increases. Most of your organs increases. So altogether your lean body mass increases, and probably your body fat also increases. Even if you stay at the same percentage of body fat, but you're 10-15 kilos heavier, like it's the amount of body fat is more, but the body fat is, your body, if you have more muscle mass, more lean mass, the body will make also more reserves, will increase body fat also, because it's like bigger body needs a bigger energy reserve. That's kind of logical. But anyway, now we are coming to the topic of cutting. As you bulk, you're gaining body fat. You're getting fatter, softer, okay? And then you need to stop. It's time for cut, and you cut the fat off. So you go on a deficit, caloric deficit, or cutting definition, whatever you want to call it, to shed the fat off. Now, body fat consists of cells, which are like balloons. So the fat cells is like, it shrinks when you lean down, and then as you're getting fatter, it accumulates the fat within, so it kind of balloons. When all of your cells, body fat cells, when they increase with the storage of body fat, then the body can produce unlimited number of other fat cells, That's why some people can get fat, so 300 kilos or more. Anyway, so the body fat is something you can lose easily, This is something you can lose easily. So body fat, there are some people like sedentary, they just get fat and they go on a diet, or they go a little bit of running, walking, whatever, and they shed the fat off. And now you're an athlete. You're somebody who trains hard. You have a lot of muscle mass that is burning a lot of energy. And then you shed the fat off. But the muscle you've built, remember what I said, the muscle fibers gotten thicker. You get structural change in your body. Your bones are denser and heavier. Your tendons, connective tissue, everything is denser, stronger, and your muscles are stronger. Your muscle fibers in your muscles are thicker, You have muscle that you build on, that before that you didn't have. And now you have just a bit of excess of fat, which is easy to take down. What people don't understand is like, the people that want to bulk, they start like bulking and eating, and they do it too fast, and they get a little bit fat, and then, oh shit, this is heavy on the joints, I'm fat in the face, and I'm getting fatter, I have to stop. So they stop the bulk. Once they stop the bulk, and then they eat less, and then they return to where they started, and so they don't understand what it takes to really push the body weight up. You have to eat regularly and big meals and eat more, and this is really hard. So train hard and eat big, eat a lot, it's hard. And to lose the excess fat that you've gained, like the people think like it's permanent. You get this body fat and then it stays on you. That these people, they don't have self-confidence. They don't think they can lose that fat. Okay, but what happened if you just got fat? You didn't train, you don't go to the gym and nothing. You just got fat. You get 10 kilos of fat on you. What will happen? You'll shed that fat off. Even fat old ladies can go on a diet, shed some fat. There's people like, if they lose their abs or something, it's kind of catastrophe, I've gotten so fat and shit, like, no, you lose the fat, the muscle stays. And then you can repeat it as many times as you want. That's, like this is the fundamentals of muscle building. It's this bulking and cutting, bulking and cutting. You understand that? You have to do that because it's, how the hell you think you can build is, let's say you bulk 10 kilos more. This is not 10 kilos of fat. If you just, like, you don't train, you don't go to the gym and nothing. You don't play sports. You just, do your work, live a normal life, sedentary. And you gain 10 kilos. You're not going to, from these 10 kilos, it's not 10 kilos of fat. You understand that? Because during that process, you're eating more food, you have more energy, you're more energetic. And you're carrying, after half of your bulk, when you gain 5 kilos, until the end of the bulk, when you gain 5 more kilos, you're like with a weighted vest of 5 kilos everywhere you go, to the toilet, on the stairs, walking around, going to the supermarket, whatever. So you're going to gain, your legs are going to gain muscle mass. Your body, your whatever, turn and toss in your bed, you are like moving bigger mass. And also you're eating more protein, more carbohydrates, more fat, you have more energy, So even if you're sedentary, like you'll gain a kilo of muscle, another kilo of lean body mass, and maybe 7-8 kilos of body fat. If you're sedentary. And imagine now, you're not eating the shitty food that people get fat, like all that shit that they eat. Fast food and cookies, sweets, ice cream shit, eating all that shit in the night, during the night, and then they go to sleep. No, you have your meals, and most of that you're eating normal food, quality meals, like meat or fish, potatoes, rice, fresh vegetables, fruits, protein shakes and stuff, like, and you're training hard, lifting weights, maybe doing some cardio, walking, and, you will not get fat as your fat neighbor or your fat cousin who is like 120 kilos or 110 kilos. If you have to get to 110 kilos, and you have a fat neighbor, he's been fat all of his life and he's 110 kilos. So you are now imagining that when you get to 110 kilos, you look like your neighbor. No, you're not. Because these people are in the minority, probably have a genetic component, horrible, all of their life they have these horrible habits, sedentary, not moving around, doing physical stuff, physical work, and, eating shitty food that, like, in the ridiculous amounts. So there's no way in hell that if you bulk to 110 kilos, you look like your fat cousin or your fat neighbor or your fat friend or fat co-worker that has 110 kilos, That's ridiculous idea. You will not look like that. But the fattest you will be at the end of your bulk. When you are going to be the strongest at the end of your bulk also. And have most muscle mass. But once you shed the fat, and then you get to the point when you're the weakest in the cycle, when you shed all that fat off and you finally look like lean and stuff. But then, after you start to eat normally and start to train harder, there's some kind of rebound. If you've lost any muscle mass or strength or whatever, at the end of this cutting phase, you will rebound and you will like now you'll be strong and the fat is off. You have new muscle masses, your body composition improved. So, and then you continue your bulk, but the bulk is all this bullshit, bulk for 2 months, bulk for 3 months, bulk for 1 month, and then cut for 1 month, for 2 months, whatever. That's kind of bullshit, like the bulk is like half a year or a year, half a year you're doing that, slowly increasing your body weight. But if your scale doesn't move up, if you're not gaining any weight, how the hell you're gaining muscle, What do you mean? The body burns the energy resources from the fat and builds a new muscle mass. It can happen, that's called this recomposition stuff. Like you're kind of skinny fat, and then you train, you train hard, and you're come a little bit of deficit, but you're still like gaining muscle mass and losing body fat, or you're staying at the same body weight, adding a little bit of muscle and shedding a little bit of fat, but you're going to plateau very soon. Your body will like you're going to stop. Like if it were possible, then anybody, the bodybuilders wouldn't go on a bulk and cut and stuff like this for the competition. I'm kind of, like 90 kilos, kind of fluffy. I just fucking train hard and watch what I eat, manipulate this, amount of proteins and carbs and fats and shit, like it's a special training program, doing like some high intensity cardio and shit, like some special shit. But the biology doesn't, like function like this. That you're shedding fat and increasing muscle. So you go to your bodybuilding competition, you get there like shredded, 90 kilos. You started fluffy 90 kilos because all the time you were like shedding fat and adding muscle. That can happen, but in some science fiction, I don't know, like some science fiction movie, Star Wars or the like this Master of Rings, some crazy movie, But in the real world, this doesn't happen, This doesn't happen. It's bulking and cutting, So do it. Bulk and then cut. You'll be happy. Then you can send me like 100 euros on my bank account or something if you feel grateful. That's a joke. So stay strong, guys, and I hope you learned something out of this video.